that talking about safety is that whenever the question comes that if there are options that we have to accept it, if the cookies which comes into our pop-up in our window, then it always asks that would you like to accept or not. When you say not, then they are not going to harm at all. It is your responsibility that how you act on that. If you accept it, then it's going to harm you, but if you don't accept it, then it's not going to steal your data, because it's the privacy of or it's the responsibility of every website. And talking about today's era, the most important thing is personal information is very much secured nowadays, because everyone knows the importance of it. Even now, talking about this competition, we have we have filled the Google form, we have given our information, but we are somewhere, we are assured with the Google and assured with our institute that yeah, it's going into the safe hands. So we can't say that it's going to go, it will go to the terrorist. It's all up to us. If we are feeding the data, then only it's going to go there. Thank you.
Yeah, I would like to counter the point and also speak on the fact that they're not spying on us. That is not true, because it was in the news also. An Israeli company, Pegasus, if we know, it is a they made a software by just collecting or just giving a message or just a phone call. They hacked, and they could hack somebody's mobile or anything for a very longer duration of time. And it is not only affecting our information, but it is affecting our personality, because when you see some content again and again, so it is because what information is being collected. If we go to a website, they just collect all the information, and again they show you relevant content, so it directly affects your personality, is the fact. So it is not only about freedom. If we just consider that talking, speaking, walking is freedom, that is not only freedom, but we have many other aspects for freedom. So we need to understand that. And it is not about spying. So it is a very factual thing that this company Pegasus, so it had made a spy software, and just with the help of very little information, it could hack everything, and it could spy on you, whatever you're doing, just the minutest message, whatever. So that is the thing. Yeah. Thank you.
So
Talking about freedom, you said about freedom, right? So when you're talking about freedom, you are having one ignore to mode. If you want that kind of freedom, that no, you don't want to see even the relevant facts, what are you watching is going to show you, it's going to pop up that key. If you're watching any digital content, if you're watching something related to data science or something, then it will, the news or the information which will pop up will come to the relevant point only. But
Yeah.
if you don't want that also, then there is a ignore to that tab. There is a private mode where you can switch to, and you can hide your privacy. Like the even that point also means, even that freedom also can't get away from you if you want.
Do you really think that just by switching to that mode, it is going to affect? Because the software they are making is so huge at such a level that just by giving you some random message, you can't keep in check the messages that you get, right? Who is sending you message, you can't keep in check that part. So even by sending such messages, they can hack everything. So that mode is not going to affect, because they are the technology is so advanced, and that is why they are tech giants. They are not some company which is very random. We know a lot of stuff about them, and they are doing a lot of research in order to get all these things working. So that is not helping. Yeah. Thank you.
But I think so.
how
Okay,
is
we
that
are
point?
engaged
So
into
how is
a
that point? I'm so sorry. So how is that point is affecting us? It is actually supporting our argument that the tech giants are actually not stealing our data. That is actually supporting. And the point that you've mentioned regarding the Pegasus, I would like to conclude that the Pegasus is a software that has been shared with the malicious intent by a third party, which does not involve the tech giants, whereas Pegasus has been targeting the people who are politicians and everything, like big personalities, and it has been done by a third party, not the technical tech giants are involved in this. So I would like to say that this is a third party's mistake, not the company's mistake.
It is not
And
a mistake, by the way. It is not a mistake. India has bought Pegasus. India has bought that software in order to do all these things. So no country is immune, whether it is India or anything else. No country is immune. India banned so many apps. They were related to China because they were stealing some information, and it was eventually leading to our military threats that we were getting. But no one realized. We using any app didn't realize that. So it is our responsibility. Yeah.
I would
But
like
we
to
are,
add a
but we
point to the
are
part.
indulged into a safe network, right? We always indulge into a safe network. I don't think we are, instead of Google, we just go to somewhere else platform and we search for it. I think so we go for Google, and it's a really very secure platform. So talking about military threats and all, I have never saw it on Google.
You cannot see it because they're stealing your information. They're stealing where you live. They're stealing a different bit. If you're living at the borders of our country, if they locate your location, it might be a very strategical point for them to enter. If you're living at Arunachal Pradesh, for example, and you are at a very strategic location, how can you if they get
The thing
that
is,
to the map? So yeah, can I continue, please? Yeah, so they'll get a strategic point. They get various things which we can't think of because it is not really out what defense and military does. It is not really out. So we can't think about that, but it was of a very great threat. That is why India had to ban so many apps, and it came into picture only because many users started using it, and in this COVID situation.
But
So
India
they are
has
really,
banned. But
yeah.
India has banned because India has banned because even they ask for the location. If you're saying they will track a location, but they'll ask for location to on, because they will. They if they want our GPS location, they will say us to on the location. And the third party who is telling us, they will pop. Obviously, that message will we will come to know who is asking for it. If we don't on that location, then no matter.
I would
What
like to
comes?
I would
conclude
like
by
to add a
saying
point.
this that I would like to conclude by saying this that we cannot claim someone of stealing our data if we ourselves give them the permission to use the data. So that is not stealing. The question should be, why are we claiming someone that they are stealing our data if we themselves give them? That is the question that we should ask.
That is indirect theft. Don't you agree to this point? There is indirect
When
theft.
we agree to their
No,
terms
I'm
and
not saying that.
conditions, please,
If you're not
when
giving
we
your
agree
data,
to the
then how
terms
can I threat you?
when we agree to the terms and conditions, they normally sell the data to some other parties. You might never know where the data was sold. I will tell you like an example. Whenever you have filled the form for an exams, now many exams we have given, you will ultimately see that the forms you have not even filled. They might already put a prompt on your screen and try harming you. That just do it, and it might also cause you mental pressure. So that's what I would like to conclude.
It's the algorithm. It's not a threat, or it's not. It is not.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, but your time is up. So now the opposition team I will go for a closing speech.
Okay, I would like to conclude by saying that when you're talking about tech giants, if you're talking about Google, you are responsible for any information you are feeding. If they are asking you for the information, it's your choice. If it's your choice to feed or not. If you're giving your relevant information, if you're agreeing to the terms and policies, then only it's going to be. And it's not a threat. It is for something relevant data they want to send us. If you're talking about Amazon, they take us because they want the interest. They want to show up our interest of shopping. If we are talking about any other share market by apps, then it will ask our bank details to get into that, and it all depends upon us. So I'll just conclude it by saying tech giants are not at all harming or not at all threat to a personal freedom. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
would like to conclude here.
Now the proposition team J will go for their closing speech.
Thank you. I would like to conclude here that I believe that tech giants, they have, opened up the society. They have empowered many, but they have also decreased our privacy thing, because whenever we go on any Instagram, any platform, we go there for freedom. But don't you think our freedom is being, hampered because our information, our data, it is getting used. It is not mentioned that, hey, we are going to sell the data in so and so to so and so company. It is not even mentioned. So that is not right. When there is, there is transparency, there should be transparency. We are giving you the data. We are agreeing to a terms and policy because we know that it will be, it is not going to get hampered. But if it would have been written that your data is going to be sold to your enemy country, of course no one would have given it. So that is very important to understand, that no one would agree if your data is being sold, and your data is very vital. It is not a very broad, it is very broad concept. It is not very narrow to understand that our data is just what we Google. Our data is everything. So that is why no one would have agreed. So this is indirect theft, I would say. So I would stick to my point. Thank you.
Thank you for your participation and cooperation, Team I and Team J. Now I'd like to request our judge to give their valuable feedback.
First of all, many congratulations to both the teams. I really liked the way you all brought different aspects to the topic. And y'all are, which stream are you all coming from? Is it varied streams or is it specific to computer science?
Ma'am, I'm from ENC.
Okay, and so, okay, fine.
We are from CE, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so very good effort, but since you all are the Gen Z kids or what, or much advanced, so I would expect you all to touch upon very little points, because I think artificial intelligence would have been introduced in your curriculum, right? So when I talk about like the collection of data with tech giants, and when I combine it with personal freedom, so it would have been great if you all would have started defining what exactly personal freedom is, right? I did listen to someone telling that it's not how you walk, it's not how you talk, it's much more than that. So it would have been lovely if I would have heard a little bit more about personal freedom, then how and who are these tech giants. Yes, I did hear to the Googles and the Pegasus of the world, but and even Instagram I did hear, but it's much more than that. So if you all could combine those 2 points in a little bit more defined way, it would have been lovely. And one thing I really liked is you all didn't cut each other. It went very smooth. So lovely effort with the core team, especially. It's very difficult to get such events on an online platform. And even the participants, all the best to you. It was very good listening to all of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable insights. So you all should stay tuned for the result and join us at Maharishi Kadve Auditorium on 25th for our inauguration from 10 p.m. 10 a.m. onwards, and we'll get back to you with results on that day. And thank you so much, ma'am, for guiding us.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Welcome. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Can we leave?
Yes, yes. Thank you for all the participants and congratulations to all of you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
जी अभी रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है रिकॉर्ड